Welcome back, NACC fans. I know I'm cutting it close with this week's podcast, but definitely didn't forget it's a big week this week. I think a lot of the NACC tournament, the 6 teams in the NACC tournament, will get figured out this week. I think we'll have a lot of things solidified, and really, it's in the hands of a couple teams to take care of business, and you don't have to worry about anybody else winning or losing. So we'll jump right into a review of last week. Lakeland got a big road win last week at Concordia, Chicago, 92-76. Zach Hazenstein with 22 off the bench to lead the Muskies. Eric Jordan with 15, Carlos Campos with 13, and Trenton Nickel with 12. Rashawn Amos, playing like an all-conference player all year, led the Cougars with 23, followed by 15 and 7 from Neil O'Donnell, 11 from Landon Gladney. Lakeland was plus 10 on the rebounds, but was even in second chance points. Both teams had a combined for 142 shot attempts on a night. Two offenses between Lakeland and CUC that are not shy about getting shots up. It's also a reason why they're at the top of points per game overall. But on the night, Lakeland was plus 32 in bench points as well. Lakeland shot 43% from the field, 44% from three, and 82% from the free throw line. CUC at home shot 41% from the field, 36% from three, and 89% from the free throw line. Wisconsin Lutheran taking care of business at home, 79-63 with a win over IIT. No surprise here, as usual, as it's been all year so far. Andrew Brudnick led Wisconsin Lutheran with 29 points and 8 rebounds, followed by 14 from Matty Farner and 10 from Alex Van Crete. IIT got another monster game from Max Hizataki with 18 points, 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds in a night. Yes, he's one of the most athletic players in the conference. Yes, he's a 6'7", 6'8", big, but to have 20 rebounds multiple times this season, pretty impressive. Miles Curry and Milos Dugalik with 11 apiece, and Otis Reales with 14 points off the bench. Even with the monster rebounding game from Max Hizataki, Wisconsin Lutheran only gave up 4 second chance points. Right, that is impressive considering the athleticism and the size differential between Wisconsin Lutheran's post players and IIT's post players. But Wisconsin Lutheran does a good job of rebounding from all 5 positions. Wisconsin Lutheran just committed just 6 turnovers on the night, and their bench was plus 8 over IIT's bench. IIT shot 44% from the field, 37% from 3, and 77% from the free throw line. Wisconsin Lutheran shot 44% from the field, 45% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. AUBU, huge rivalry game. Looking at the box score, they had over 600 people in attendance. In my opinion, it's really only the true rivalry game in the conference. There's other teams that have rivalries, but with the fan attendance and the students getting into it, it goes through all sports between these two. But Benedictine controlled this one from the start, 82-45 win over Aurora. Eric Griegel and Kyle Graebner both with 16 apiece. Nick Kosich with 11, and Kenny Bogus with another solid all-around game, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Aurora was led by Jarek Hotwagner off the bench with 9. BU won the boards battle, 38-24, which led to a 14-2 advantage in second chance points. 40-18 advantage in the paint for BU, and BU forced 23 AU turnovers. Aurora shot 30% from the field, 19% from 3, and 76% from the free throw line. Benedictine shot 54% from the field, 41% from 3, and 60% from the free throw line. Edgewood over Dominican, 67-66, with 2 free throws from Ben Seafield with 9 seconds left to give the Eagles the win. Edgewood was led by 27 led by Ben Seafield with 27 points, 19 from Jake Nagus, and 13 and 7 rebounds from Ryan Buss. Dominican was led by Jackson Smith with 24 points and 6 rebounds. Tyler Guest with 17 points and 6 rebounds as well. 24 combined turnovers between the two teams. Edgewood was plus 8 in the paint, but Dominican was plus 7 in fast break points and plus 7 in bench points. Edgewood shot 47% from the field, 33% from the 3, and 62% from the free throw line. Dominican shot 41% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and 84% from the free throw line. MSOE at Concordia, Wisconsin. CU Dub came away with an 85-71 win at home. CU Dub was led by Jordan Johnson with 23.7 rebounds and 4 assists, followed by 14 points from Joey Zietlow, and off the bench, Camden Flowers with 15. MSOE was led by Michael Petroff with 20, Travis Baller with 10, and off the bench, Cam Mitchell with 12. CU Dub was plus 7 in the paint, plus 7 in points off turnovers, and plus 6 in bench production. MSOE forced 16 turnovers, but only scored 10 points off of those turnovers. On the night, MSOE shot 41% from the field, 21% from 3, and 80% from the free throw line. CU Dub shot 56% from the field, 44% from the 3, and 70% from the free throw line. Rockford at Marion. Rockford got a hard-fought win on the road, 88-77 over the Sabres. The Regents were led by Nate Shedd off the bench with 20 points, followed by 19 points and 6 steals from Brandon Emmerich. Jamar Rivera with 12 and 8. Cavante Shaw with a game-high 10 assists. Marion was led by Justin Wilson with 14 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Trenton Fuse with 10. Rockford was plus 16 in the paint, plus 14 in points off turnovers, plus 10 in fast break points, and plus 3 off the bench. 38 combined turnovers between the two teams. Rockford shot 52% from the field, 46% from 3, 85% from the line. Marion shot 47% from the field, 42% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. In Saturday's games, a lot of exciting contests here. Concordia Chicago went to Wisconsin Lutheran. Wisconsin Lutheran earned their program record 14th NACC win with a 77-68 win over Concordia Chicago, avenging their OT loss at CUC earlier in the season. Andrew Brudnick led Wisconsin Lutheran with 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Andrew Wojcik with 11 points, and Zach Zolliger off the bench with 10. CUC was led again by Rashawn Amos with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Isaac Ruddle with 13. Landon Gladney with 12 points and 9 rebounds. Wisconsin Lutheran forced 13 turnovers and turned them into 22 points. Wisconsin Lutheran was also plus 11 in bench points. CUC shot 41% from the field, 35% from 3, and 29% from the free throw line. Wisconsin Lutheran shot 39% from the field, 31% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Marion at Edgewood, a coast-to-coast layup at the buzzer by Justin Wilson gave Marion a 72-71 win at Edgewood. Justin Wilson led the Sabres with 17 points and 7 rebounds, followed by DeAndre Ross with 12 off the bench, and Sam Greenthal with 10 off the bench as well. Edgewood led by Jake Nagus with 17, Ben Seafield with 15, and Ryan Buss with 14 points and 9 rebounds. Marion bench was huge, plus 23 over Edgewood in bench production. Edgewood was plus 14 on the boards and plus 7 in second chance points. Marion shot 50% from the field, 41% from the 3, and 42% from the free throw line. Edgewood shot 47% from the field, 20% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line. Dominican at IIT. IIT got a much-needed win at home, 81-61 over the Stars. Max Hizataki with his second 20-rebound game of the week. He had 16 points to go along with those 20 rebounds. Miles Curry led IIT with 27 points, and Milos Dugalic with 14. Dominican led by Dennis Handy with 13, and Jackson Smith with 11. Off the bench, Dylan Anderson with 14 points. IIT was plus 8 on the boards, plus 12 in the paint, plus 6 in points off turnovers, plus 4 in second chance. Dominican was plus 8 with bench production. Dominican shot 39% from the field, 37% from 3, and 54% from the free throw line. IIT shot 48% from the field, 50% from 3, and 64% from the free throw line. In a very interesting finish to the Concordia, Wisconsin at Lakeland. Lakeland came away with a 78-73 win. Huge win, much needed win to help win the conference standings for Lakeland. Lakeland got production from a lot of players. Trenton Nickel led the Muskies with 17, followed by 10 and 14 from Isaac Anderson, 14 from Eric Jordan, and 11 from Zach Hazenstein. Concordia, Wisconsin led by Jordan Johnson with 25 points and 10 rebounds. Joey Zietlow with 19. Jared Jers with a solid all-around game, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Interesting ending to this one. It looked like Concordia, Wisconsin called a timeout, was granted a timeout, but not granted a timeout. If you're watching the film, it looks like the official in front of Concordia, Wisconsin's bench has his hand raised, signaling a timeout for Concordia, Wisconsin. Not granted. They ended up missing a 3 with Lakeland getting a rebound. Not sure what all happened there, but an interesting ending to that game. Concordia, Wisconsin was plus 7 on the boards, plus 14 in points in the paint, but Lakeland was plus 6 off turnovers and plus 12 in fast break points, as well as a 22-point advantage in bench points. Concordia, Wisconsin shot 41% from the field, 22% from 3, 85% from the free throw line. Lakeland shot 45% from the field, 35% from 3, and 73% from the free throw line. Aurora got a much-needed win at home over MSOE 86-78. Michael Finley led the Spartans with 19, followed by Shamar Pumphrey and Justin Wierzak with 13 each. Bailey Vance chipped in with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Michael Petroff scored a game-high 25 points for MSOE. Travis Ballard with 21, followed by 14 from Matt Kermsey. Statistically, a lot went well for MSOE. They forced 20 AU turnovers, plus 14 in the paint, plus 5 in second chance points. But AU was plus 16 in bench points, plus 4 in points off of turnovers. MSOE shot 45% from the field, 25% from 3, or 24% from 3, and 71% from the free throw line. AU shot 57% from the field, 39% from the 3, and 70% from the free throw line. All while taking 15 less shots than MSOE. Benedictine at Rockford. Benedictine winning their 8th NACC game in a row. Got a 95-75 win at Rockford. Eric Grigo continuing his strong senior season with 21 points and 8 rebounds. Nick Kosich with 17. Kenny Bogus with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kyle Graebner with 14. Keegan Graebner with 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists with 0 turnovers. Rockford led by Nate Shedd with 18 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Brandon Emmerich with 16, and Cavante Shaw with 11 points and 9 assists. BU dominant, from pretty much controlled all 40 minutes. Plus 20 in the paint, plus 8 in points off turnovers, and plus 10 in rebounds. Rockford plus 14 off the bench, and only committing 14 turnovers. BU shot 58% from the field, 43% from the three-point line, and 63% from the free throw line. Rockford shot 42% from the field, 27% from 3, and 87% from the free throw line. So heading into this week's games, Wisconsin Lutheran and Benedictine are both 14-2. Wisco currently has the tiebreaker over Benedictine because of their one head-to-head matchup so far. They do play again. Concordia, Wisconsin in third, 12-4 overall. Lakeland 9-7. MSOE and Rockford both at 8-8. MSOE has the tiebreaker with their sweep over Rockford on the season. IIT, Aurora, CUC, and Edgewood all at 6-10. And then Dominican and Marion wrapping up the last two spots. So, as I stated at the beginning of this week's podcast, this is a huge week, and in my opinion, we find out really where the final three teams are in the conference tournament. Tomorrow night's games, February 12th, we have Dominican at Marion, Wisconsin Lutheran at Concordia, Wisconsin, Benedictine at MSOE, IIT at Edgewood, Lakeland at Aurora, Rockford at CUC. The big games tomorrow night to follow. IIT at Edgewood, both 6-10. Both control their own destiny. Why? Edgewood is at Rockford on Saturday. IIT still travels to Rockford. Lakeland at Aurora. Lakeland, outside chances of moving into that 3 spot, but they've put themselves in a good spot with the 4 seed, currently at 9-7. They have to take advantage of this if they want to get a home game in the first round of the conference tournament. But traveling to Aurora, never easy to win there. Throw out the records, it's going to be a dogfight. Aurora, still very much in control of their conference tournament hopes. They have at home Lakeland tomorrow night, and then on Saturday they travel to IIT, who is also 6-10 going into tomorrow night's games. Rockford at CUC. CUC currently 6-10, along with Edgewood, IIT, and Aurora. They control their own destiny as well. Obviously, if they can get a win over Rockford, moves them up to 7-10, drops Rockford down to 8-9 within a 1 game of Rockford going into Saturday's games. But Benedictine does not have an easy game going to MSOE on Saturday, in Wisconsin Lutheran. Not an easy task going to CU Dub. So a lot of good games, a lot of tough games, a lot of meaningful games. Wisconsin Lutheran, Benedictine, they're in. Concordia, Wisconsin, all 3 of those schools have already solidified their spots. Now they're playing for, do they get a bye first round? Do they drop down and host? All of that comes into play. Handle their business, and everything else will take care of itself. On Saturday, Benedictine at Lakeland, Dominican at Concordia, Chicago in a big Division Street rivalry, Aurora at IIT, Wisconsin Lutheran at Marion, CU Dub at MSOE, Edgewood at Rockford. MSOE and Rockford both at 8-8. Big games this week. Have to take care of business to keep themselves in the conference tournament. If they win, they stay in. If they lose, things start getting interesting, especially with how other things could play out potentially. I think if Rockford and MSOE go 2-2 over the next 4 games, they're in. Because that would be wins over. For Rockford, it would be wins over CUC. It could be wins over Edgewood. They still have IIT as well and Lakeland. So 4 games against teams that are either in the conference tournament or very much in the battle for it. The good part is right now they have the tiebreaker over IIT because of their win at IIT. They have if they could, they have the tiebreaker over Lakeland heading into their game next week. They do also have the tiebreaker over CUC. So, the loss to Edgewood has a tiebreaker over them currently. But again, they play on Saturday. MSOE, they take care of business. They go 2-2. I think they're in. I think Rockford and Edgewood, or Rockford and MSOE, if both of them go 2-2 over the next 4, they're in. But Aurora, if they can go 2-0 this week, putting themselves in a good position, 8-10 going into the final week. IIT, 8-10 going into the final week. If they can take care of Aurora on Saturday, and if they can get a big win at Edgewood tomorrow night. So it's a dogfight, but I think a lot of things become clear by Saturday evening after everybody's 2 games this week. So again, I'm excited. Go and check these games out. Whether you're a fan, a parent, I know there's a couple of NACC assistant coaches that listen. I greatly appreciate everybody that takes the time to listen to these podcasts each and every week. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy watching the games. And it's fun, and it is. Watch the games tomorrow night. There's some big ones. There's some intense ones. Students, get out there and support your teams. I don't like seeing the low attendance in crowds for these games because I think personally it's good basketball, and get out and enjoy it. So enjoy it. Enjoy these games. They're going to be intense. They're meaningful. Every single game is meaningful. Even the Dominican Marion game. Why is it meaningful? Because these are two programs that, despite their records, Dominicans played well all year, just haven't gotten the wins that they've wanted. But here's a scary part for the future. They return everybody except one key contributor who's a senior this year. Other than that, everybody else returns. So, they're learning some things this year that I think is going to pay off for them next year. And in Marion, they've been up and down. They've had some key players hurt, but it's never been an easy game up in Marion for anybody. Even going on the road, no easy games there. So, enjoy it, watch it, support it. And again, I appreciate everybody taking their time to listen to this week's podcast, and I'm excited to watch tomorrow night's game. So, go NACC.